Support for Radio Friends comes from La Brunerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact La Brunerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Learn more at labrunerie.com or by calling 573-449-5313. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, July 3rd. Pleasure to have you with us today, and I'm surrounded by native plants on one side. We have Nadia Navarrete-Tindall. Good to have you here, Nadia.
Thank you, Paul.
I'm going to call you the native plant lady because you really are concerned and care about native plants in Missouri and the butterflies that are so important to us, right?
Yes, and it's what I brought these plants today because everybody talks about the importance of wildflowers for butterflies and other insects, important insects like bees.
Yeah.
They require pollen and nectar for food. But many times we don't think that butterflies have to go through a period of larva stages.
Right.
So I brought just a few samples for people to think about. Everybody's very aware of the monarch butterfly that depends on milkweeds.
Right.
And I brought you 3 samples here just so people can see that there is not just common milkweed that we have. We also have swamp milkweed here.
Okay, so people listening on the radio, explain. There's 3 different kinds of milkweed. I think of milkweed as what we see with the flowers on the tip, but you've got one that almost looks like a asparagus plant.
Yeah, that's right, and it's actually called whorl milkweed because the way the leaves are around the stem. But if you pick it, you can see the little milky sap. If you pick one of the
so
leaves.
that's how milkweed gets its name, because when you pick it, it's a milky sap that's there. So there's one that looks like asparagus fern. Then you've got another one over here that how would you describe this one?
This one is called swamp milkweed, and is here we can see the photo. It has beautiful pink flowers.
Pink flowers?
Pink flowers, similar to the common milkweed, only that this one is a little bit slender, more slender than the common milkweed, which is the one that everybody is planting now. These 2 are considered some of the most attractive for monarch butterfly, and they are really easy to adapt.
Now, can you go out to the field and dig up the milkweeds and plant them in your yard, or will they not transplant very well?
I try in my own field. I don't recommend it to go to public places.
Right.
But if you do it, you have to dig them when they're really small, when they have and then so you can get the root very intact.
I've always found that if I try to transplant a wild native plant, it just doesn't work for me. It's like they have a mind of their own. They want to grow where they want to grow. But they're so important to the environment. And you were telling me that if people would contact MoDOT about not cutting the milkweed down along the roadside, letting MoDOT know that people want those.
They would listen, yeah, and they like to hear from people because sometimes they just don't know their mowers just mow. So if someone let them know that there is a patch of milkweeds, maybe the best thing to do is to put a sign.
Yeah.
And so the mowers will know. But there is an increased awareness among everyone, including them.
And it's important. Nadia, if people want more information, where can they get it from Missouri?
There is Girl Native is one good website that they can check, and they can find, like, if you don't want to dig your own plants, you can buy them, and so they have a list of nurseries.
All right. It's Go Native.
Girl Native.
Grow Native. Okay.
Yes.
Nadia, thank you so much for coming by. Nadia Navarrete-Tindall.
Yes.
Always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, I turn to 2 ladies on my left from the Rotary Youth Exchange program. We've got Kelly LANCEY and JACKIE VERDUN. Pleasure to have both of you here.
You too.
And we've talked about all the different the different stages of the youth exchange program. This time we're dealing with the host family. And both of you are host families?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so how does this work?
You want to go first?
Sure. So once the child is here, the student arrives, then they are just given to a host family that pretty much takes them in and cares for them as if they are part of the family instantly.
Yeah. So as a host family, what are your most important responsibility?
Probably, to me, allowing them to have the year that they that gives them the most benefits, so that they can see what it's like to be part of our world here
in the United States.
In the United States, in Columbia, Missouri.
So when you sign up to be a host family, are you're checked out?
Yes.
You're checked
Yes,
out thoroughly,
yeah. They come
right?
check our house and our family, and
Yeah, and you agree then, if you're going to be a host family, you agree to take someone for, is it a year?
3 months, 3.5 months. With the Rotary, they go through 3 families a year.
Okay, so they move
Yep.
from family to family. What if they like your place so much, they don't want to go to another family?
Well, I think before they come, they set up with the 3 families. Now, there's some changes. For example, I stepped in. I only had 2 weeks' notice because the family had an emergency and couldn't take the student. So I volunteered with 2 weeks' notice, and it was the most fabulous experience. And the way I treated him is how I would want my son to be treated if he went to another country. So I took the job seriously. I wanted him to show America. I wanted him to show our traditions. I wanted to show everything that we did. So he was part of our family immediately. And we have a long-lasting relationship. He's coming back in December to visit us.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
it's
I would imagine then when your guest leaves, it's kind of sad, isn't
Very.
it? Yeah. You kind of wish you could extend it for more.
Yes, and with Facebook, we kept in touch, and he came back the following summer because he wanted to keep in touch. He became really, really close to my children, so he made the effort to come back and visit us. And we keep in touch with Christmas cards, and I feel like we'll probably be in touch forever.
Now, if people listening or watching want to become a host family, what do they need to do?
Wow, that's a good question.
It's very simple. Google the number, call Marilyn Upton, Rotary, call Rotary, and they will be so happy to have you.
Okay, so wait, so back up. You Google the number for the Rotary Club here in Columbia,
Yes.
in Central Missouri.
Yep.
All right, and then when you get the, when you're going to call Rotary
Yep.
in Columbia, you don't know what that number is off the top of your head?
No.
All right, just Google it.
I could find out really quick.
Rotary for Columbia, Missouri, right? Put it in Google, you'll get the number, call, and then they will tell you everything that you need to know. Do you have a waiting list of people wanting to sign up to be host families? Or if you call, you're going to get somebody?
I think you have a very good opportunity or
Okay.
chance to get someone.
All right, so if you decide that you want to be a host family, if you call right now, Google that number because we don't have it here. You probably can be a host family before you know it.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Kelly and Jackie. It's a pleasure having you here from the Rotary Youth Exchange Program. Please come back again, all right?
Thank you.
We are out of time for today. Tomorrow, we have singer-songwriter, storyteller Larry Brown on to celebrate the 4th of July. And if there's something you would like to hear or see, I would love to hear from you. All you have to do is drop me an email. That's pepperp@missouri.edu. And if you're going to be out and about, be careful and be nice to each other. Bye-bye.